Run, bitch! Run!
So, Teletoon, the Canadian cartoon channel that lets Cartoon Network and Disney XD internationally air wonderful classics such as Total Drama, Camp Lake Bottom, and of course, Johnny Test. Oh yeah, the show about the boy who has a head of fiery hair and a turbocharged backpack. His genius sisters use him like a lab rat. Like some other stuff I covered in the channel, I did not grow up with this show. I just watched it whenever there was nothing else on TV. I used to not even know the dog's name, which is crazy, because I love dogs. Anyway, because I recently had a writer's block, I decided to watch this weird old show from my childhood and see how it holds up. And in an odd way, it does. To summarize the show, it's kind of like Jimmy Neutron, being a show about an 11-year-old boy with a specific last name who has a canine companion and a dad named Hugh, messing with the laws of science and nature, causing pretty much anything to happen. But instead of having the smart and clever dialogue Jimmy Neutron is known for, the humor mostly consists of annoying puns, lots of pop culture references, and fart jokes. Yeah, for some reason Teletoon just has a weird obsession with putting flatlands in their shows. And it's not even like Illumination or DreamWorks where they simply want to make the 5-year-olds laugh. And most of the time feels like a disguised fetish. But for everyone's sanity, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the characters. First, there's of course Johnny himself. A fun-loving, reckless, too-cool-for-school boy who always tries to find the easy way out of situations. Most of the time he borrows/uses without permission whatever crazy invention his sisters Susan and Mary made in their lab. I really love how they could use their machines to do revolutionary stuff, but instead just use them for mundane stuff like trying to impress their neighbor, Gil next door. I'm not kidding, that's his name. Of course, there's also Johnny's best friend and perhaps his sister's most vile experiment, Dookie the talking dog. This guy is probably the perfect side character in a show like this. Because think about it, what kid would not love the idea of their pooch talking? I also like how despite being a mutated animal, he's pretty much the straight man in the room. There's Johnny's neat freak dad, Hugh, and despite how much I dislike parents... that sounded wrong. There's Johnny's neat freak dad, Hugh, and despite how much I dislike parent figures who are just one-note authoritarian assholes, Hugh is energetic and childish enough that you enjoy and even laugh with him. Kind of like Oscar Proud or Rochelle and Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. The super busy mom is voiced by Mr. Cat from Kid vs. Cat, and that makes me want to go on a rampage. Cause man, I always hated this whole shit. Come to think of it, this poor woman, while a good voice actor, just has some of the worst roles. The mom as a character, she's just fine. Outside of the family, there's the aforementioned Gil, who despite all the crazy things the twins pull off to get his attention, he only ever bros it out with Johnny. There's this general guy who has some golden lines here and there.
Making them so irresistible, the enemy will quickly surrender.
And how is that helping me?
I'd say not at all.
His lackeys, the FBI agents by the names of Mr. Black and Mr. White, who were clearly meant to be voiced by Patrick Warburton, but are instead both voiced by white guys. Whoa, hey, don't worry. In the Netflix revival, they do get a black actor for White. Not just that, but it's the same guy as Sonic from Sonic Prime. Beautiful. There's this girl, Sissy, who's honestly the weakest one of the bunch, because she crosses two outdated cliches. She and Johnny are petty rivals who secretly love each other, and she's just him but girl. And of course, there are the villains. Eugene, Bling Bling Boy, who's this rich kid who doesn't just want to beat Johnny, but he's also a nice guy loser for Susan. I'm actually surprised he's only going for one twin specifically, but you know what? The less implications of polyamorous incest, the better. There's the first villain of the show, the Mole King, who happens to be kind of flamboyant. There's Blast Ketchup, who's this kid who goes around collecting powerful monsters in a popular video game. I sure wonder what they're parroting here. There are these ones I don't care much about, like Brain Freeze and Mr. Mittens. And finally, there's Dark Vegan, who's a galactic tyrant with a bulky helmet and a bright pop-up blade. Yeah, it's crazy how this show gets away with so many pop culture parodies without a problem. One thing I really like about the villains is that whenever they're not trying to destroy Johnny, they actually have these weirdly wholesome bonding moments with him. Kind of like DuckTales 2017, where Scrooge's enemies, whenever they're not trying to kill him, actually just vibe with him. That's enough about the characters, now let's talk about the animation. The first season, believe it or not, is hand-drawn. Seriously, you have no idea how refreshing it is seeing these characters moving smoothly and with thicker outlines. It kind of reminds me of the classic Fairly Odd Parents in ways, you know? But of course, If there's anything anyone should know about the show is that from season 2 and onwards, they started using this super cheap looking Flash. And the worst part is, it worked! For 7 years. Thankfully, the Netflix revival, though short-lived and still Flash, actually improved on the animation. It's a lot more expressive, less choppy, and most importantly of all, oh yeah, once I started hearing that sound effect, I knew exactly what the internet was talking about. This thing is annoying, plain and simple. Like, imagine hearing this whipcrack effect every second while trying to watch something. Wouldn't it be the most annoying shit ever? I'm just saying. Speaking of sounds, wow, great, thank you, how nice. Speaking of sounds, now let's talk about the voice acting. The cast is from this one studio, Voice Box Productions, which a lot of low-budget shows go to. Ed, Edd n Eddy, Slugterra, Care Bears, this one, Ninjago, My Little Pony, Sonic Prime, etc. This studio tends to use the same actors a lot, similar to how 4Kids does it. Like, what other reason would anyone have to give Shadow the Hedgehog the same voice as Usopp? Another thing you should know is that they rarely get any well-known veterans like Tara Strong, Grey DeLisle, Kevin Michael Richardson, or Tom Kenny. And in Johnny's case, he's voiced by James Arnold Taylor, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in Clone Wars, Leonardo in TMNT 2007, Harry in Spectacular Spider-Man, both Lego Spider-Man and The Flash, Magneto in Marvel Rivals, and the one I know him the most as, Ratchet from the Ratchet & Clank franchise. Similar to that last one, James just is Johnny. Somehow this man can masterfully play both a fully seasoned adult and a youthful teen. For Johnny specifically, he never sounds off, nor does he ever sound like a grown man pretending to be a child, and he gives him the mannerisms of a boy his age. That's a lot of talent and effort going on there. As for the rest of the cast, really the only one I enthusiastically recognized aside from Devin Mack is Ashley Ball, who voiced Sissy and then Mary from season 2 to 6. Yeah, both her and Dookie for some reason were voiced by 3 people. She also voiced Black Widow in Iron Man Armored Adventures, Tails in Sonic Prime, and who could forget... Hold the phone? She voiced all of Team Sonic. This cast rules! As for the episode quality, I can't really say cause... well, this show is just crazy! Johnny and Dookie travel to outer space. They time travel. They have a sleepover that ends up becoming a loose parody of the Cat in the Hat. Johnny briefly becomes Elvis Presley. His teacher is literally named Teacher Man. Their hometown is named Pork Belly. This is insane. This is madness.
This is Johnny Test!
And yeah, nothing much to say there. It didn't have any big finale, but I mean, come on. This is not that kind of show. It's crazy, it's insane, it's funny, pretty cheap looking, but still wildly entertaining. What do we make of this? Well, it's simply the life of a boy named Johnny Test. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, like reviews, rankings, tops, unboxings, etc., make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell everyone about me because you know how YouTube works these days, and comment your thoughts down below. Till next time, stay faithful and hopeful.